station, where unknown forces strike the edge of ecology.
Stop smart meters. I'm reading from a leaflet put out by a group called Stop Smart Meters, and the website is stopsmartmeters.org.uk. Would you put a mobile phone mast in your house? So say no to smart meters. In just 2 months, more than 2,000 complaints were made about smart meters in California. Sometime soon, your utility providers will request access to your home to install one or more smart meters that will measure and in future control your use of gas, electricity and water. The promise is a greener environment and cost savings. The reality is the opposite. Large numbers of people have reported debilitating health effects, privacy violations, safety plus security dangers, environmental damage and much higher bills. You have the right to refuse a smart meter. What is a smart meter? Smart meters monitor, measure and communicate customers' private electricity, gas and water usage data to utility providers. They operate in a wireless mesh network with your neighbour's smart meters and transmit intense bursts of non-ionizing microwave radiation 24 hours a day. This radiation, also known as RF EMF, is the same kind emitted by mobile phone masts. More than 5,000 studies show RF EMF radiation is harmful to humans, plants and animals. Smart meters violate your freedom to manage electromagnetic pollution in your home. 6 May 2011, Council of Europe report. Potential dangers of EMFs and their effect on the environment. Calls for immediate reduction in exposure to EMFs by children. Advocates precautionary principle be applied to wireless emissions to prevent public health disaster akin to tobacco, leaded petrol and asbestos. 31st May 2011, World Health Organization categorizes radio frequency electromagnetic fields, RF EMFs, as a Class 2B possible carcinogen, the same as lead, DDT, chloroform and mercury. Actual symptoms reported from exposure to smart meters include insomnia, headaches, palpitations, seizures, fatigue, allergies, agitation, nausea, vomiting, tinnitus, dizziness, memory and concentration impairment. European surveys have shown at least 1 in 20 people are moderately or severely sensitive to RF EMF radiation, experiencing one or more of the symptoms above. The number of sufferers is rapidly rising. Human, animal and cell culture studies indicate long-term systemic health effects from radiation, including hormone disruption, DNA damage, leakage of blood-brain barrier, sperm count reduction and damage, sleep disorders, learning difficulties, attention deficit and hyperactivity disorders, dementia and cancer, including leukemia and brain glioma tumours. There is concern that pregnant women and children are particularly vulnerable. We have evidence that exposure to RF radiation increases the risk of cancer, increases damage to the nervous system, causes electrosensitivity, has adverse reproductive effects and a variety of other effects on different organ systems. There is no justification for the statement that smart meters have no adverse health effects. Dr. David Carpenter, Director of the Institute of Health and Environment, University of Albany, New York, ex-head of the New York Department of Public Health. As shown by Senior Nuclear Policy Lecturer at UCSC, Daniel Hirsch, smart meters can expose the body to 160 times to 800 times as much microwave radiation as mobile phones. Smart meters can emit intense pulses of radiation more than 14,000 times each day. The AAEM has called for the complete removal of smart meters and a return to safe analog, due to scientific and medical studies repeatedly showing health risks from exposure to microwaves emitted from wireless devices. American Academy of Environmental Medicine, AAEM, January 2011. The ICNIRP safety standards, which the UK government and HBA continue to use, fail to recognise the non-thermal biological effects of microwave radiation. These standards were voted obsolete by European Parliament, 506 votes to 22. Wireless transmissions of personal data with information about the devices you use, when you use them and what you are doing with them at any given moment will be available to energy companies and any potential hackers. Wireless is easy to hack. In a wireless smart grid, your entire home will become a node on the internet. That means your home and device usage will suddenly become available to hackers who can use the data to analyse when certain people are at home, e.g. young children. In the US, this data has been sold by energy companies to third parties, e.g. police, corporate marketing depths and insurance companies. Smart meters are pieces of invasive surveillance equipment within your home. You might have nothing to hide, but you stand to lose your rights to privacy and self-determination in your own home forever. You, your device and utility usage will be carefully profiled and modelled. 80% of bills have gone up. A recent study in Canada found 80% of smart homes faced higher bills, often over 50% higher. Similar patterns have been seen in the US. The UK government has said smart meters will cost taxpayers £11 billion for estimated savings of just £25 per home per year. And that's saving only possible if customers change their behaviour and have 2 smart meters. Smart meters will also make it far easier to disconnect customers remotely, a particular concern in light of the hacking threats, especially to water meters. Scientists are refuting claims smart meters are green. In reality, they harm nature and our environment. Hundreds of studies have identified significant impacts of sustained RF microwave radiation on our natural environment, including stress reactions and genetic problems in plants, trees, animals and insects, problems in migratory animals like birds and bees, birth defects in calves and fertility problems in herds. Source: Council of Europe Report, May 2011. Tree deaths, plant die-offs and bee colony collapse disorder cases have also been reported shortly after smart meter installation. In North America, smart meters have been shown to explode, cause fires and can interfere with sensitive electrical devices such as heart pacemakers. In March 2012, Dr. Andrew Goldsworthy's research warned that water smart meters can severely reduce water quality, leading to increased toxicity of poisons present in the body. This is particularly concerning for areas like London. Electromagnetically conditioned water flow can strip lead from pipes. Smart grid is a really stupid idea, with attacks on the energy grid entirely possible. James Woolsey, ex-CIA Director on Energy Now, March 2012. We are not the only species in jeopardy. Practically all animals and plants may be at stake. Dr. Ol Johansson, Associate Professor, Department of Neuroscience, Karolinska Institute and Professor, the Royal Institute of Technology, Sweden. Now I know. What can I do? Smart meters are voluntary. You have the right to refuse a smart meter. Say no to your utility provider when offered a smart meter. Expect some opposition, but remember they cannot breach your withdrawal of consent. Write to your utility provider this week stating your denial of consent for smart meter installation. Example letters available on our website. Also join our public opt-out statement. Print out a Do Not Install Smart Meter sign on our website and put it on your meter box. If you wish to actively monitor your own energy, you can buy an energy monitor online for around £20. Share this info with neighbours, friends and family. Post leaflets, emails, hold local meetings, tell people. Create a smart meter-free neighbourhood. Your neighbours will thank you for informing them and appreciate your efforts to reduce their exposure to harmful RF, EMF radiation from smart meters. Write to your MP and other public figures stating your opposition to smart meters. Organise a screening of smart meter awareness film Take Back Your Power, www.thepowerfilm.org. Please share this leaflet with others and help us raise awareness. Smart meters are not widely known about amongst the general public. Downloads and info available at www.stopsmartmeters.org.uk. Further info, that website, plus www.thepowerfilm.org, stopsmartmeters.org, USA, stopsmartmeters.com.au, Australia, www.es-uk.info, www.wiredchild.org, www.powerwatch.org.uk, and www.radiationresearch.org. Stop smart meters.
The information where unknown forces strike the edge of ecology.